Well, we're here to look at John's case tractor. I think it's a model 2460?
2470.
2470. And it's a large four-wheel drive tractor that him and his father have had here for many years. Powerful brute of a tractor, of course. And John uses it to do his heavy field work. And he's going to tell us a bit about the history of it. And I remember in the past there was at least one quite extensive repair to it. Maybe John can tell us about some of the repair history on this machine.
Yeah, we bought it in somewhere around 1990 is when we got it. Funny reason Dad bought it. My brother, we had dairy cattle at the time, so we had to spread manure about every other day. We didn't have a manure storage pit or anything, so we spread it every other day in the pasture. We had an old Zetter Crystal, two-wheel drive tractor, and my brother used to get it stuck all the time. So Dad says, I'll get a tractor that you won't get stuck. So he bought this 2470 with the power takeoff on it. Basically, the main reason was to spread manure. And of course, then we did our other heavy work with it. The first year we had it, we were doing the first job with it plowing, and it cracked the final drive on the front axle. We'd only had it for a day or two, and so the dealer we bought it from, he bought the new planetary for us, and we put it on, and worked good from then on. And then a few years later, we blew the engine up. And so we went to remanufacture the engine. Dad went over to the case dealer, and they said, $12,000, we can get you an 8.3 Cummins and put in a brand new one. Well, Dad says, that's a little bit too much. The tractor's hardly worth that. So we went to the machine shop, and they said, well, we should be able to rebuild that engine for about $5,000. So, okay, good. Well, then we got the block down to them, and they had to do some extra work on the block. They had to do some extra work on the heads. And by the time we finally got it all back together and put in, we had $11,000 tied up into the engine. So we wished for years after that we'd have bought the brand new. It would have had a new injection pump, it would have had a new turbocharger, and the whole bit. But
for the same money.
For the same money. So then we used it that year, and then it sat for the winter. We started it up in the spring, we wanted to use it again, it wouldn't move. So we had to push it into the shop and pull the engine back out, and the shaft that goes in to drive the clutch, we'd forgotten to put a snap ring on it. Somehow over the winter, it had slipped back so that it wouldn't drive anymore. So, yeah, we've had the rear end, we've had tore apart on it. We had to put a new crown and pinion in the rear end once. And there was a bearing went on the back of the transmission once we had to take out and fix as well. We put a lot of work into it, but it's done a lot of work for us as well.
So it's been worth it in the end?
Yeah, it's been a good old tractor.
But was your dad having second thoughts after that? What did you say, the first week you had it and you cracked the final drive?
Yeah, we were kind of wondering about that, but the dealer said, oh, well, we'll stand behind it. And they bought us the planetary, and then we had to put it on. But
and are they known to be problematic?
Not really. We plowed with it for a day, and then we looked, and there was oil coming out around the planetary. Well, that's not good. And we got looking, and there was a crack all the way around the planetary. So. Oh, well, this is our throttle. This is our it's got 4 speeds in the transmission and then 3 power shifts forward. This is to control the rear steer. Over here, the rear wheels stay straight. Over here, the rear wheels follow the front wheels. And we got, of course, our clutch. We got main disconnect there. If I don't turn that off, the battery will go dead on me. So the bigger tires give it a little bit more flotation on the field, less compaction. One thing about the case, the 2470 there, they can crab crawl, so the front wheels and back wheels can go in separate tracks if needed.
And why would you do that?
Less compaction. You're not front wheels aren't following the back wheels and packing the ground as much.
Overpacking the ground. And what's it like to operate?
It's not too bad. It's a little clumsy, but it's a pretty nice tractor really to drive.
I don't see many around. Have you seen many around this part of the world?
Not many anymore. At one time, there was quite a few of them. They were a fairly popular tractor.
Yeah.
You can't put your GPS auto steer onto that, so nobody wants it.
It's not articulated like a lot of large tractors, like it bend in the middle, like a large rubber tired loader. But it steers, it crabs to steer the wheels go back and forth like so. So that's a bit unique, because I don't know if anybody else knows a farm tractor.
I think Case was the only one that had the kind of automotive steering, you might say, on it.
Yeah.
It's got rear steering as well.
Yeah.
You can have it set so that just the front wheels turn, or you can set it so that the back wheels turn the opposite way to the front ones, so that you can turn the corner a little sharper.
Right. You change the setting for whatever you want, but you don't have to move any extra levers to make the back end steer. It's all
Not
tied.
unless you want it to go crab crawl.
Oh, okay. Then how do you do it?
Then there's a lever there that you pull the opposite way, and
While you're steering.
while you're steering, yes, you turn the one and you turn the other one.
At the seat. Yeah.
Once years ago, I was meeting a friend of mine on the highway, or on the main street here in town, and I thought, I'm going to crab crawl it. He's coming towards me in the pickup truck. I was going full speed, so I steered it, and I was going to crab crawl, but I pushed the lever the wrong way, and I actually did a 180-degree turn right in the middle of Main Street at full speed.
Oh, fun.
He was wondering what I was up to.
We should reenact that today.
Surprised me too. Yeah. We've got a 36-foot cultivator that I pull with it, and then the main job I use for it now, I've got a 5 for a John Deere rollover plow, and I plow my wheat stubble down with that. And got my 60 acres plowed, and I brought it back and put it away.
What about fuel consumption? Will 5 gallons an hour run it?
It was between 5 and 6 is what I was figuring it was.
And you reckon it's got many years of service left in it?
Long as nothing else breaks on it, yes. If we get a major breakdown, well, there's probably, the parts are getting so hard to get for it that it'll probably just about be the end of it then.
It'll become parts itself.
Yes, yeah, we'll find somebody to buy the Case engine out of it. And I had to put a new turbocharger on it here a few years ago, and so I called the place where I normally get turbochargers from, and he says, yes, I got one available here. He said, it's $250. I says, whoa, just a minute. The last one I bought was like over $1,000. Well, he says, for that particular model of tractor, he says, they're $250, he said. I was quite happy there. I went and got it. Just about thought I should have bought 2 to have one for the shelf.
Yeah.